As you can see, querying the catalog is the same as querying a database. This is a useful feature because you can use SQL queries on the catalog to find out more about a database. Natural language processing. Infrequent inquiries of a relational database recall, may be reluctant to use SQL because they don't use it often enough to remain familiar with the language. While the QBE approach can make querying easier, a more natural approach is to standard English. In this course, natural language processing (NLP) is used to convert ordinary English into SQL so the query can be passed to the relational database. The example in the table below shows the successful translation of a query to SQL. A natural language processor must translate a request to SQL and request clarification where necessary. An example of natural language processing. Connectivity and ODBC. Over time and because of differing needs, an organization is likely to purchase DBMS software from a variety of vendors. Also, in some situations, mergers and acquisition can create a multi-vendor DBMS environment. Consequently, the SQL Access Group developed SQL Call Level Interface (CLI), a unified standard for remote database access. The intention of CLI is to provide programmers with a generic approach for writing software that access a database. With the appropriate CLI database driver, any DBMS server can provide access to client programs that the CLI call into the server's access language. On the client side, there must be a CLI driver for each database to which it connects. CLI is not a query language but a way of wrapping SQL so it can be understood by a DBMS. In 1996, CLI was adopted as an international standard and renamed XOpen CLI. Open Database Connectivity ODBC, the de facto standard for database connectivity, is Open Database Connectivity ODBC, and extended